Hi, I'm Victoria Fuller, and I'm a Chicago artist, and I specialize in sculpture, painting, and natural science illustration. I started out in Colorado. I got my undergraduate degree there at University of Denver. I was a professional artist there for a while, and then I decided that I needed to go experience New York City. And I had some shows in galleries, what they call Alphabet City. It's in the East Village. And that was a really hot scene at that time. After showing in New York City, I moved back to Colorado, and then I actually won a grant from the Colorado Council of Arts and Humanities. And with that money, I went and traveled in Europe, and I spent some time in Paris. And then I decided to get my master's degree, and then I came to Chicago at the School of the Art Institute. I just stayed in Chicago. I liked it so much, I stayed. Also won a grant here from the Illinois Arts Council for a sculpture called Shoe of Shoes. Shoe of Shoes is a giant women's high heel shoe made out of cast aluminum shoes. And I first got the idea that I could possibly make large-scale outdoor sculpture when I got a tour of something called Pier Walk, which was large-scale sculpture at Navy Pier. I got the idea to do Shoe of Shoes when I was taking that tour, thinking about what could I do that would be large-scale. And so Shoe of Shoes was my first large-scale sculpture. I think I was born to be an artist, and it's kind of in my blood. There's all kinds of things that inspire me. Going out in nature inspires me because that's my subject. I'm always fascinated by some interesting thing I've never seen before. I'd say patterns in nature. Man-made objects too, I find interesting as well, because oftentimes they reflect nature. What drives me to do the body of work that I do now, which is mostly nature-based work, is to make people aware of the preciousness of nature and of life. And so I do work now that relates to animals that are endangered. For instance, the sculpture that I did that recently showed at the Art Center Highland Park is called Bring Back the Extinct Northern White Rhino. And it's to make people aware of the extinction of animals in our lifetime. It's an inflatable rhino that inflates and deflates on a 3-minute cycle. And so when it's inflated, it shows the glory of the animal in its prime. And when it deflates, we're reminded that it is extinct. However, it also inflates again, and it's called Bring Back the Extinct Northern White Rhino because they're trying to bring it back. So I hope that they're successful. I have to admit that I love doing the natural science illustration watercolors. The reason why I love it is it becomes a scientific inquiry. Like, for instance, in the Northern White Rhino, I'm looking at the pattern that the wrinkles make on its skin, the horn, the shape of the head. When I work on these, I'm really studying what the subject is all about, and so it becomes very scientific. And I like to make it look as real as possible so that everyone can see the nature of that subject. I hope to send the message that people should start taking care of the planet. The advice that I have for aspiring artists is to just keep making really good work, do what you love, do something exciting, challenging, new and different. Keep exploring, keep researching. We need to have each other's backs as artists. It's not about competing with another artist, it's about alliances. So the more artists you can align with, the more you're going to get connections that will help you get art shows. So that's the most important thing, is create alliances, connections, and network.